Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Welcome back to GK to 1K. So we have started out 6-2. We are at 217 elo, so pretty good start, but we still have a ways to go before we get to our goal of 1,000. But I wanted to go back a little bit to the mid-rangey version of Gravekeepers here, and I wanted to add in a little spicy card. You all see the End of Anubis on the screen. You all saw it in the thumbnail. A lot of people ask me if I've ever played this card in Gravekeepers, and a lot of people ask, why aren't you playing this card in Gravekeepers? This card just does Necrovalley. It is a card that is very, on theme for Gravekeepers. That is very true, so we'll call it an honorary Gravekeeper, and I'm just going to go ahead and play it today. I don't think this card is very good. Its effect just... It's not good enough, is the thing. It is sort of another Necrovalley, but it doesn't actually stop the chaos monsters and all of that, and it's a 2500 attack monster that, it just dies to Tsukuyomi. It's not a very good card, but I'm going to play it just for the memes, and we'll have some fun with it. And I think this is the best shell for it, because I am playing the 3 copies of Mystic Tomato. To make room for it, I cut the new Doria. I just put it in the side. I also then took the creature swap out of the deck, and I went up to 3 full copies of Rite of Spirit, because something I wanted to try out. This card has been very impressive for me so far. So, yeah, that is what we are going with. I don't want to go too in-depth in the deck profile, because I know you all have already seen the deck sort of like this before. So, no need to go in-depth, just kind of go over the changes. And, yeah, let's get to some matches. Alright, it is pretty early in the morning here, so if my voice sounds a little off, that's okay. But I showed off the honey barbecue sun chips last time. I do have the coffee this time, so good for mornings. Hopefully it will guide me through this. Here, I mean, you can't really argue with a hand that has Ring of Destruction, Solemn Judgment in it, but, it's not the most awe-inspiring hand I've ever seen, that's for sure. Alright, another Solemn Judgment's pretty good. It's just like, our Gravekeeper's Assailant's just kind of chilling here, not doing anything. I think I kind of want to set it. But maybe I just set the Tomato. If the opponent has Knock, well, if the opponent has Knock and they hit our Tomato, we really don't have anything going, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll be a little passive here. We'll set the Assailant just in case of Knock. We do have an answer for this Kaiku, so it's not like it's just chilling there. Just a sitting duck. And we will go ahead and set everything. Play around Duo, play around Dust Shoot. All that good stuff. And we'll see what the opponent's got for us here. Hopefully, yep, there's the Knock. All right, awesome. We lose our Assailant. We get to keep our Tomato. Very nice. Opponent right to the banish pile to read. Love it. As Grizz snacks on her apple up in the top right corner. Yeah, I'll go ahead and ring this. I've got 2 Solemn Judgments, so I'd like to get the ring out of the way first. And Kaiku's a totally fine one to ring here. Maybe we get to get in an attack with our Mystic Tomato or something here. See if the opponent has any follow-up. Hopefully they don't. That'd be great. But if they set a card, probably just MST it. If they set a monster, probably just draw Nobleman of Crossout. But they're giving it a good think over here. Alright, they do set a monster and pass the turn, okay. And terraforming, okay. Well, obviously, Assailant would be good now. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw down Tomato, and I'm going to attack. I'm not going to MST this. Could definitely be a chainable. Don't know exactly. Okay, so it's Sakuretsu Armor. That's fine. Could be playing against Warrior here. Yeah, I will go ahead and go get my Necrovalley. There's no reason really to not thin the deck here. We can just go ahead and play that out. Maybe the opponent has a Premature Burial or something in hand. What do we do? Dawn? That's fine. I'm not going to Judgment the Dawn here. I'm going to say, what do we do if the opponent summons a big monster? Well, Dawn's not really a big monster. I don't care if they mill me. They can't get any cards out of my hand, so I'm definitely not going to Solemn Judgment that. But if they summon a Blade Knight here, may have to, but they're just going to attack with Dawn. Makes sense. The back row is kind of keeping them off of attacking. Okay, no mill. Makes sense as well. Heavy Storm. Yeah, okay. I'll set it. Don't like this position here. Would love to still have my tomato. I still don't think it was correct to MST the Sakuretsu there. Had I known it was Sakuretsu armor, obviously, I would have done that, but oftentimes Sakuretsu's not the first. Well, it kind of depends. Usually you want to get down your chainables and stuff first. Tsukuyomi does not help against Dawn. I guess it walls it up a little bit here. Okay. So let me shuffle the hand with only one card in it really quick. Set the Tsukuyomi past the turn. Hopefully we can wall up this Dawn for a little bit. Maybe we can draw into a Spy at some point. Spy would be great. Pretty much any of the Gravekeepers would be good here. Even the End of Anubis would be alright. Sasuke. I'm going to Judgment that. Just get that out of here. I think I have to keep the Tsukuyomi around. I'm in such a bad position that I just need to do this. Are we still attacking with Dawn? Yeah, okay. They are still attacking with Dawn. Alright. So, show Tsukuyomi. Here it is. And I'll flip itself back down. So, we've got a little bit of a defense here. Unfortunately, we had to throw off the Solemn Judgment on the Sasuke. And I think that was totally fine. Like, if I just lose the Tsuki here... Okay, Exiled Force is fine, too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna let this one go. I just kind of trust on the top of my deck to get me something, and then maybe, like, be able to protect that with Solemn Judgment and Book of Moon. Okay. Not ideal, but that's alright. We have quite a few more monsters in this list than the normal list. So this kind of sucks, but... Oh, on to defense. Okay. Well, definitely playing around the Mirror Force here. I'm just going to go ahead and Book of Moon this Kaiku. Yep, set that down. Protect us for a little bit. Alright. Alright, deck. It is time. It's time for Gravekeeper Spy. At least we get some value out of the knock, right? Get rid of this Kaiku. We're dead to any monster as long as the opponent wants to summon an attack. If they summon another monster... Yeah, Blade Knight. Okay, well, they didn't really... Whatever, we're dead here. If we saw them, they're just going to switch Dawn to attack and attack us. That's okay, that's okay. We'll bring in our Spirit Reaper, our Nidoria. We definitely want the Saku, Dust Tornado, the 7 tools here. We can get rid of our Nox. This is not a Spear Soldier matchup. We can probably get rid of our Assailant as well. This is really not an End of Anubis matchup. But, well, I guess they don't have Tsukuyomi. I'll you know what? I'll keep it in for the memes. But what else do I cut? Is the question. I want to keep my Gravekeeper count somewhat high. Maybe I do just cut the End of Anubis. I could cut a Rite of Spirit, but I think it's actually pretty good here. Yeah. Yeah, sorry everybody. We got to cut the End of Anubis. Trying to win here. Get to 1K. Just an unfortunate game one. We didn't really find any defense. Drew a succession of cards that just didn't really work out there. But that's alright. Go ahead and slam down this Pot of Greed. Alright, not bad. Definitely don't want to lead on Spy here. Could lead on Spirit Reaper. I don't hate that. Could also just lead on Sangan. Get that knocked. And then use Spirit Reaper to wall up a little bit. But I think I'm just going to lead on Spirit Reaper. I think Sangan could be a good card here. Get us into our Tsukuyomi or something like that. And I don't really like setting Sakuretsu behind it. If the opponent has a level 2, that's fine, right? We have a Sangan here. I'm just going to set MST and pass the turn. There's no reason to throw out just like a whole bunch of stuff into Heavy Storm. There's no reason to play the Necrovalley here. I think we're totally fine. If the opponent summons Breaker and they break the MST, it's fine. They pick up a +1. But we get to keep our Sakuretsu around, guaranteed. And if the opponent, leads on a level 2 and attacks, we can MST one of their back row, hopefully be able to force through a Sangan play. But we're actually just going T-set. Okay. Interesting. Well, MST your back row. Get rid of that Dust Tornado. So the opponent set Dawn last time. This could be a Dawn or a DD Warrior Lady. Those would make sense. I think I might set the Spy now. Could set Guard. If I set Guard, that could get me into some sort of a push next turn. I'm just going to set the Spy. Still no need to Necrovalley, I don't think. So now set Sakuretsu. And I think that's it. I could set 7 tools here, but once again, I think we can play this conservatively. We've got just like a super duper wall here. We just don't need to set a whole lot. Okay, King Tiger's fine. With no attack, alright. Well, King Tiger's not as good against this deck as the opponent may think. Now I might set the 7 tools and set the guard. Or I could set Sangan. Sangan's not bad. Maybe go grab a Tsukuyomi or something off of it. But I kind of want to set guard and then just set up like a big play on the next turn. Yeah, let's set this guard. I'm going to set 7 tools. I'm still not going to play out the Necrovalley because there is still a chance of that heavy storm coming down. I'd rather go 1 for 1 on it, or 2 for 2, whatever, than lose the Necrovalley here. We still have a monster that we can get off a Spy that is that gets under or gets over King Tiger, and we're just kind of setting up for a big play. Did set the 7 tools this turn just to make a big play in the next turn, but opponent attacking with King Tiger, they go right into Spirit Reaper, so we don't really have to worry about anything there. So we can, like, next turn, we can flip up Guard, flip up Spy, go get something, and just, like, run over everything with 7 tools back up. Let's have a big turn all in one. Hopefully the opponent doesn't set another back row, but if they do, whatever. It's fine. Yep, they're just matching our back row now. Tomat. Okay. I like me a tomato here. Unfortunately, can't do anything with Sangan here. It just dies. Same with tomato. But that's okay. We gotta activate the Necrovalley. And we're gonna go for a little bit of a push here. Let's flip, I guess. We'll do guard first. Get rid of that. And I will flip Spy. Make sure this is okay. May have something to say about this one. Looks like they don't. 2,500 defense on this guy. Yeah, let's just go get Assailant here. I don't think I need to get another Spy. We're just kind of going for some damage here. And, like, I can protect Spy if the opponent attacks it with his Sakuretsu armor, so... Alright, I think I'm going to attack with a Spirit Reaper, too. I may as well. If the opponent has Mirror Force, cool. That doesn't matter to me. I think I attack with Assailant and actually put this in defense. Which is weird, but it's like, if the opponent has a Sakuretsu for Assailant... No, I'm just going to attack with the Assailant. Whatever they have, I can 7 tools, and then they lose their... Yeah, they lose their window to activate a Battle Trap. So, let's attack with Assailant. Get in there. Hopefully they don't have exactly MST. Maybe that's a reason to turn it to defense. I can stop a Dust Tornado. But MST would be a nightmare here. Sakuretsu, I'll just go ahead and 7 tools that. Get that out of here. And I would like your King Tiger to go onto the graveyard, please. Goodbye. Take 300, please, opponent. And let's get in there with the others. Hopefully this wasn't just like, I'm going to flip Sakuretsu and then I'm going to hold Mirror Force. That'd be pretty gross. Opponent taking this damage a little out of order, but I am activating this after my Spirit Reaper attack. And we will take this card, please. Donald Zalug. Okay, I wonder if that was the face down. I could set this other Saku. I just don't need to set another Saku, though, right? Yeah, just pass the turn. And I don't think I need to play out either the Sangan or the Mystic Tomato there and just kind of see what the opponent does. Maybe they play something that makes Mystic Tomato a little bit better. Okay, yep, Assailant, that's fine. I can just Saku that, that's no big deal. Opponent does pick up a +1 from it, but we've picked up all kinds of pluses already. I think we'll be okay here. See what they do with it. Tribute it off for Jinzo and I just lose. Exiled Force? Okay. It's going after Reaper, that's fine. And we do have lethal on the next turn, so don't feel bad about throwing off this Saku here. Yeah, let's just get that on out. Book of Moon, sure. That's fine. Okay. Tribe Infecting Virus. All right. It's not a great one right now, but it could be okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the old Mystic Tomato. I think that's my best chance of making sure I still have enough monsters for lethal on the next turn. So let's set that. I'm going to set the Saku. I'm going to move these to defense. I know the opponent can change the battle position with Assailant, but we'll see what the opponent does here. Snatch Steal, pretty good card against Gravekeepers. But, I mean, Snatch Steal's what? Snatch Steal's a good card in GOAT format, right? What we doing, opponent? Are we going to attack with the Assailant? Are we going to summon another monster? We're going to set a back row. Okay, that's a good start. Alright. It gets moved to attack, but now I'm going to go ahead and Saku again. Let's get that out of here. Keep my spy around. Keep all my stuff around. Ooh. Nice little Solemn Judgment action. Okay. Alright, we lose the spy. We can do Newdoria things. We can also Tribe here. Tribe is lethal with the Tomato. Terraforming sucks, but that's okay. If I Tribe, I lose my guard as well. But that is my way to lethal here, I suppose. What do we lose out to a Mirror Force? I don't really want to go grab my other Necrovalley because there's a chance that I may need that at some point. I guess the opponent doesn't have a light in the graveyard. Give the thinky face. I could, well, hold on. I could just attack with Tomato. Go grab Assailant, right? Do we still have an Assailant in the deck? We do. I kind of don't like that. Because, like, if I just let the opponent do this, I'm just going to summon Tribe. Sure. And then if they do have a Solemn Judgment for this, then they do lose? Okay. Well, let's just pop that Assailant. And I'm going to try to get in for lethal here. I think. Nah, if I keep the Mystic Tomato around, then things are pretty good. There's no need to play out into a Mirror Force, I don't think, here. Just attack with a Tribe, get in for 16, opponent goes to 500. Cool. We're looking good, so no reason to throw away everything I've got on the board. And we'll see what the opponent does. They kind of need to do something about the Tribe. But, of course, I do have this Mystic Tomato. Yeah, there's a Blade Knight. That's fine. I can just set Sangan. Sangan and Mystic Tomato can both just absorb Blade Knight attacks here. Well, there's Newdoria. Could just set that. Yeah, let's just set the Newdoria. We'll see where the opponent attacks. If they attack over Tomat, that's fine. We can just go grab, like, an Assailant or something. Try to get in there. You cannot activate Premature Burial for several reasons. I've got a Necrovalley, and you only have 500 life points. So, alright, so they do attack over the tomato, that's fine. Let's just go get Assailant, I think. Try to attack over Blade Knight. Sure. Yeah, we're just taking this slowly, and I think that's totally fine. I think we're in a very good position here. You cannot Solemn Judgment. Can Solemn Judgment a summon from Tomato? That is not an inherent summon. You do miss the negation window. Haven't had that come up in a while. But yeah, so now we know. Well, now we know there's a Solemn Judgment and a Premature Burial back there. So sounds good to me. This is 2,000 attack, not 200. Now with the Sakuretsu armor, if I flip this up, they probably Solemn it, and then I get nowhere from that. Give them the old plus 250. I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm playing this so conservatively here. What do I lose to? Nothing, really. Maybe I summon out the Sangan, but it could also be a Torrential. I'm just going to attack. I think we can afford to play around everything given the knowledge that we have here. Yep, move that onto defense. And then I'm just going to set the Sakuretsu. And pass the turn. Because, like, we're not worried about a BLS. We know this is a Solemn Judgment, so flipping up Newdoria and just letting it die to a Solemn Judgment randomly is not great. Zombra is fine. We'll hit this up with the Sakuretsu armor. If the opponent judgment's here, that's fine. Yep. Yep, we took 100. And now... Heavy Storm. Well, that makes things a lot easier here. Let's just go ahead and slam that. We can attack the Nidori into the Zombra. Okay, it was a Ring of Destruction, so we would have been fine all of those turns, but I don't know. In those spots where like you're like ahead, and there are certain cards that can just super ruin your day and you can afford to play around everything, I think I'm okay with it. So we are going to pick up the game. I still don't think I want the Mobius here. I just don't like the Mobius against the Solemn Judgment decks. It's mostly here for burn. But do we want to make any changes? I think all these things are fine. We could bring back in the End of Anubis for fun, but I do think Chief is actually pretty decent in the matchup. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run it back like this. Double Assailant seems fine. Spear Soldier seems not good in the matchup, so... Yeah, this seems all good to me. Let's click this here little done sighting button. Be done with it. Maybe grab some coffee really quick. It's always interesting. Just like I'm trying to make myself slow down, especially during the end games, and just kind of like, you know, think through plays. It's like, yeah, I may have lethal here, but what if this happens? Or what do I lose to here? And squandering resources whenever you're just like super ahead in a game is something that I've fallen victim to very many times, and it's something that I'm trying to get better at. So, all right, this hand's totally fine. No Solemn Judgment, Sag, but that's okay. We've got a Snatch Steal. Opponent leading on Graceful Chair. Is that the first Trinity of the match? I may have had a Pot of Greed in game one. I don't usually keep up with how much Trinity both players have played. If the opponent slams a light here, just summon BLS. Try to get it in under the Necrovalley opponent. It'll be okay. Summon out Zom. Sure. Oh, and no back row? Okay. Rite of Spirit. Okay, well, that can get me into a Gravekeeper eventually, right? I think I'm going to summon Sangan. I really don't want it to get knocked. It's like the only monster that I have going on here, but I kind of also want it to get knocked. Just for future spy plays. Yeah, I'll set it. Set Sangan. Oh god. Intuition is telling me Heavy Storm. But BLS, I have a Snatch Steal for it. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the Necrovalley just to thin the deck for sure. And maybe I throw it out as a little bit of a bluff. Sure. Throw out the Necrovalley. I'll set Saku, I guess. And pass the turn. And the reason for the Saku is if the opponent doesn't have the Heavy Storm and they do have, like, a Donzalug. Because, like, there's nothing I'm going on other than, like, the opponent didn't set any back row, which is a little unusual for Warriors. It's not out of the question, but sometimes that does mean they're setting up for a little bit of a Heavy Storm play, though it depends on what you have. A lot of times you want to actually play out some to sort of coax the opponent into setting some cards, but we are going to lose the Sangan here to a knock. That's okay. Knew that was a possibility. And nothing else. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with duo as well. Alright, let's see what we can get out of that hand over there. I think I may have been a little bit more inclined to summoning the Sangan if I didn't have the Snatch Steal here. But we've definitely got ways to get into some monsters here. I'm not too worried about it. As we get rid of a Sasuke and a Smashing Gun. Interesting. Alright. Well, go ahead, opponent. If you play something, I will take it. More than likely. Because, like, I do have... they do have the Zombra over there, so if I take something, I can't really do anything with it. And they can just kind of sit on the Zombra, so maybe I don't take something. I could take Zombra if they summon out a monster. That's fair. I was kind of hoping they'd Heavy Storm turn 1 and slam BLS. And I could just take that with the Snatch Steal. King Tiger. Okay. I could just take the 1700 here. Maybe I should have set the Mirror Force so I could take care of the Zombra as well. The opponent very clearly doesn't have Heavy Storm, right? They're probably just sitting on spells and stuff in hand. Oh, well, I'll take the 1700. And then I think I'm going to set the Mirror Force and try to see if I can bait him into it. Because if I had the Mirror Force down right here, obviously I would have used it. But opponent sets a back row, sure. Oh, Spy. There we go. There we go. Hopefully they don't have another knock. That's a total possibility, but I'm definitely setting Spy here. And I think I'm going to set the Mirror Force too. And I'll pass the turn. See what the opponent's got for us here. Hopefully they don't just go like Heavy Storm, knock, kill you. That would be very bad. Definitely don't think I'm supposed to Snatch Steal the Zombra there. Rhoda. That's fine. Could be a Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment would be annoying because, yeah, they're getting level 2. But they're moving Zombra to defense. Okay, that's fine. So now they're playing around the Mirror Force, so they think they have the Mirror Force set. Okay, all right. Good job, opponent. Yeah, flip up Mirror Force here. If that's a Solemn Judgment, you know, cool. So be it. I lose my Spy. It is a Solemn Judgment, man. Okay. I lose the Spy. If I Saku that, I can take Zombra. Do I Saku this? Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. The level 2 dies. Sorry. Sorry. Gotta do a little bit of a rewind here. That's my bad. No. No. You still summoned it. You still summoned it. I just forgot about the King Tiger effect because I'm so just not used to caring about it. but that's really good for me. Sorry, I know I did the... I don't know. It's early. I'm sorry, guys. But you get Solemn Judgment back. So yeah, sorry about that. But we're gonna get this fixed up here. I'm glad I'm glad I realized it when I did. But okay, they get the Solemn Judgment back. They're at 8,000. Cool. Everything is good here. I draw a Mystic Tomato that I can't use because King Tiger is here. Like I said, it's early in the morning. I need to get the brain going here. I could flip up Gravekeeper Spy and go grab something. If they Solemn Judgment that, that's pretty good for me, right? Yeah, let's flip up Spy. And we'll go grab the Assailant. Alright, Assailant is here. And yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, there's no reason to do anything else. Let's just attack over King Tiger. And then Spy will attack over the Zombra. Cool. Get that out of here, and now I can set... Do I set Rite of Spirit? No, probably not, honestly. I'm just going to pass the turn. I'm not going to set any more cards into Heavy Storm, especially when the opponent now knows that there's a Mirror Force. Tribe. Tribe's a really good one here. Yep, that's good. Say what they pitch. It's totally fine, though. Like, I'm still way ahead in this game, and I think... I'm just going to Saku. If they want a Solemn Judgment, that's fine. But Saku the tribe so I can summon out the Mystic Tomato, get some... Ooh. New plan. New plan. We'll summon out the Breaker and get rid of this Solemn Judgment. Would you like to Judgment this opponent? Yeah? Okay. Alright, sounds good to me. And we'll set the Rite of Spirit. Pass the turn. I can get back an Assailant here and get back a Spy in defense if I want to. Sasuke's gone. Exile Force, sure. I'll take 1,000. Sounds good to me. Alright, start the turn. Oh. Ooh. This one's gross. Let's activate Rite of Spirit. Get back Assailant. And then tribute it for Chief. And get back Assailant once again. I think I need to steal that Exile Force to go for lethal here, right? Since it's 14, 34. Yeah. Well, we have the Snatch Steal, but the opponent's going to leave, so a little bit sloppy there with the one play. Not with the one play, with just like forgetting that the King Tiger destroys the level 2. I was just kind of worried about the level 2 and the Mirror Force. And all of that stuff, but no big deal. No big deal on that. We can always, like, if it doesn't go too far, you can always, like, rewind, stuff like that, and that's totally fine. But we're going to be jumping up our elo here a little bit. Nice little 20, plus 20 here. All right, get Warriors in here. So we are at 237, and we got a win with Chief. That's so sick, actually. Just Rite of Spirit back a monster, tribute it for Chief, get the monster back again. It's free. It's just free real estate, but yeah, that was a long one, but let's get another one. All right, here we are, second match against Mazapa Datata. I hope I didn't just say something bad in a different language. Yeah, let's see if we can keep this little streak going here. Okay, yeah, don't mind this little terraforming action, little graceful charity. All right. Let's go ahead and grab our Necrovalley. Wherefore art thou? There we go. And slam down this Graceful Charity. No reason really to keep it here. We've got all of the tomatoes. We don't know if Spear Soldier is going to be good, but it's our only copy in the main. So we could just ditch a tomato here. Yeah, ditch tomato. Well, we have assailant. Assailant does the same thing, just kind of better, right? Hell, yeah. Yeah, I'm inclined to get rid of the spear soldier. Assailant is just very good at dealing with spy and stuff like that, so let's go ahead and set Tomat turn 1. We'll set the Sakuretsu armor and pass the turn. If the opponent has a breaker, kind of sucks. I get to pick up a +1, but we can deal with that later. Duo is fine. All right, roll a 4. Is that the Necrovalley? It sure is. All right, we lose the Necrovalley, and I'm just going to lose the Assailant as well. That's totally fine. Again, I'm not playing out Necrovalley into a Heavy Storm on turn 1. I'm just not going to do it, or a Breaker into the neck. It's just not... I know people in the comments disagree with me. That's okay. That is A-okay with me. Don't think that's worth it. Opponent picks up a little plus here with Thunder Dragon action. That's fine. Let's see what they've got past that, because like other than Thunder Dragon, they've got 4 cards in hand, which same amount of cards that we have. So, all right, they just set a back row. That's fine. Well, there's the End of Anubis. I don't think I want to summon that here. I think I'm just gonna flip up Tomato and see if this is good. Yep, get in there. Ah, they have a Sakuretsu. Okay, I see. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Maybe we can snatch steal one of their monsters. I take the End of Anubis. Seeing Sakuretsu here after Thunder Dragon is interesting. I know Grumple's Turbo deck from the PWCQ was playing a single copy of Sakuretsu in the main. Sakuretsu is just a good card, so like it doesn't surprise me to see it, but card of safe return. Okay, the opponent's cooking. The Creator? Okay. They have it in hand? Oh, man. I wish I had my Necrovalley. Yeah. No. No. Gotta summon from grave for that. But I'd imagine that's what they're gonna do here, right? If they want to get back their Creator Incarnate, no problem. It's going to be a big turn for us, though. Because I am not going to Sakuretsu this Creator. Yep, that's all good. Ditch a Thunder Dragon. Get back the Creator Incarnate. Yep, this is fine. Good old card of safe return, the Creator. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm just going to take all of this damage, I think, here. Into Mirror, let's go. I'm just going to take all of this, I think. Well, actually, hold on. If I Saku this, I can take the Creator. I get back... Let's be 15... Oh. Not attacking with that? That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I can still take this out with like Tribe if the Snatch doesn't go through. But glad the opponent agrees that Mirror Force isn't real. Let's just go ahead, snatch this Creator. Give unto me, please. No, not Solemn Judgment. Alright. Alright, I guess so. He kind of goes to 3,500. There's no way we can actually just, like, kill him here. But I can summon out Tribe. The only question is... I don't think I'm going to pitch 2. I think I'm just going to summon Tribe and get rid of this End of Anubis. And I'm going to take out the Creator. And I think I'm just going to let the Incarnate just chill. Opponent's at 3,500. Yeah. If I deal 16 here, I don't really have the lethal on the next turn. I kind of just want to keep my tomato around. I'll pass the turn. This could be incorrect, but I don't feel like pitching the tomato just to deal with a creator incarnate just chilling on the board. Now, obviously, the opponent's just going to draw into another creator here and end my day, but this is fine. Yeah, summon Kaiku, we get to Saku that, and if they want to trade here, that's fine. Then I still have my backup tomato, and we know one of the cards in hand is Thunder Dragon. Yep. That's okay. Hopefully the last card now isn't BLS. That'd be really bad. Maybe we just draw Necrovalley off the top. Well, Saku's pretty good too. I accept. Here's my tomato. As the opponent looks at the graveyard, that Necrovalley... obviously, the Necrovalley turn 1 would have been just incredible here. But I still think it wasn't correct to play it out. You don't don't expect to see the creator against you on turn 2. But now we know. Now I might be a little bit more aggressive with the Necrovalleys. We'll see. All right, Kaiku's fine. I think I'm just going to Saku it. There's a really good chance I just have lethal in the next turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Saku, even though Tomato can get me into something to deal with Kaiku. No, Nidori is in the side now. So, yeah, definitely just Saku the Kaiku. All right. Unfortunately, Book of Moon is not a monster to attack with. But we'll get him for 14 here. And go ahead and set this Book of Moon. Man, the opponent having Solemn for that Snatch Steal? Oh, man. This is so fun. Let's probably bring in Saku. We saw Judgments. Probably bring in the 7 tools. Dust Tornado looks good against Card of Safe Return. Bring in Smashing Ground maybe Nudoria, Spirit Reapers. Kind of side like this is an aggro matchup. And get rid of the Nox. Yeah, Assailant. It's kind of whatever. We can get rid of it. Get rid of Spear Soldier. The End of Anubis. I mean, it doesn't look good here either, right? Maybe we just don't bring in the Smashing Ground. Just treat this just like the aggro matchup a little bit here. Seems fine to me. Maybe then cut a Rite of Spirit. That seems okay. Just bring in the Smashing Ground. A little bit of extra smash. Words are hard. All right. This hand's pretty good. If the opponent goes turn 1 creator, we don't care. We'll see what they do. Yeah, there's Thunder Dragon. I did play a deck like this on one of the 12-hour streams. I guess it's the only 12-hour stream I've done. And it was so fun. It was going hard though. It was like 3 Sacred Crane, 3 Molten Zombie. I need to get that on the channel at some point. I'll probably do that sometime. We'll see when we can make that happen. I know Cornstruct, shout out to Cornstruct, just did a video not too long ago. Oh, this was playing Crane 2. Okay. Cornstruct just did a video not too long ago playing the Creator Turbo deck, so you don't need to encroach. Oh man, I kind of want to go for the +2. How greedy is that? I could just pick up a +1 and then attack over the Crane. But then if they just go into the Creator the next turn... I could set Spy, but I don't really want to do that turn 1. Summon out the Breaker. I'm going to go for the +2. Let's do it. This deck's not playing that much protection, right? Yeah, get in there. Didn't think so. Take your 300, and then we'll activate the old Breaker's effect here. Take out this back row. Mirror Force. What? They wanted that Crane in the graveyard. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm just going to set Dust Tornado and pass then. Oh, man. I was trying to reason it out like they wanted the Crane in the graveyard. All right, well, we'll see if they're if they actually have the creator coming out here. But yeah, I was a little confused as to why that happened. But hey, you know, we'll take the +2 there. Card of Safe Return. That's fine. And Prima. I think I actually just hit the Card of Safe Return here. Well, target. I've got a Heavy Storm. I'm just gonna hit the Prima if they target Crane. If they have a creator though, I don't think they do. I'm gonna hit the Prima. Let's get that out of here. That way the opponent doesn't get any draws this turn. Yeah, they set a card. Now we're just gonna slam down Heavy Storm. Yeah, this is very good. And if they Solemn Judgment, that's good for us too. But we take these. Yeah, get that card of Safe Return out of here. This Solemn Judgment out of here. Do I attack for 28? I don't think so. At this point, I probably set the Spy. If they have knock, Sag Day, but I mean, we just have everything going for us here. We'll set the Spy. I'll set 7 tools. I don't think I need to set Rite of Spirit. 28 plus 15 is the most we can do now. It's 43. If we draw another monster, we can win here. Maybe I do set the right. Nah, I'm just going to pass a turn. We can't get anything off of it right now, so if the opponent heavies, there's just no reason to give up the Rite of Spirit for a +1 here. What else we got? Well, there's the Creator Incarnate, but looks like no Creator here. This is fine with me. I will trade my Breaker for that. No problem. And no other play. Oh, ooh. Nice little Solemn Judgment. All right, well, I'm flipping Spy then. And do I get Assailant? It's more damage. It does make it a 2-turn clock, so yeah, let's grab Assailant. And we'll get in there for 2,700. I've got Solemn Judgment protection. I've got Smashing Ground. I got Rite of Spirit to get one of these back. I think I think we're good to go with being a little aggressive here. And get in for 2,700 and give the hand a good old shuffle. And he ended up in the same order. Okay. Just set everything. Give a good old pass over to the opponent. I think we might have this one. Just got a hunch. Graceful Charity is fine. I know they've got double Thunder Dragon in hand. That's okay. That's okay. Let's save this Solemn Judgment. May not even need the Solemn Judgment, honestly. We'll see. Because if they just, like, summon out a monster, then we can let whatever die, and then we can just Rite of Spirit back on the next turn and Smashing Ground. And then we could have Solemn Judgment plus 7 tools protection for everything. DD Warrior Lady. That one's annoying, but we have the Smashing Ground, and okay. Just a monster. Just a back row. We have won this match. Let me find my Smashing Ground. Here it is. Go ahead and flip that up. Enjoy, opponent. Is this okay? Solemn Judgment. I don't think I will. I'm going to 7 tools that to end the match. Love me a good 7 tools activation. Opponent's going to go down to 1,300, and then their life points are going to go to 0. Yep, get that out of here. We are going to gain 17 elo. Just going to put us up to 254, right? Just double checking my opponent already left. I'll give him the GG. Yeah, get us up to 254. We'll name this deck the Creator, I guess. Yeah. No need to go to the full screen. I don't really have a whole lot else to say. Once again, a little sloppy with the level 2 play, but I'm happy with getting myself to slow down in the in game and just recognize that I can play the game a little bit more conservatively. But also in this game, pretty happy to see myself notice. Let's just go in, get aggressive here. We've kind of got the game sort of locked, not locked up, but we're in a really, really good position, and now is the time to push through damage. I also like the breaker play there. I think Mirror Force is one of the very few cards that they're probably running as far as protection goes. Now, the opponent should have used the Mirror Force, but, you know, sometimes it just works out where you pick up a nice little +2 off of the breaker. But, hey, that's going to be it for Gravekeepers this time. A little bit of a shorter one. Well, I say a little bit of a shorter one, and then I look down and it's like, it's been 50 minutes. I know a lot of the old videos used to be like closer to 30-35 minutes. I don't know how they've gotten longer. I'm still like doing 2 matches for most of my videos, but you know, I don't know. What maybe I talk too much. Do I talk too much? Let me know in the comments if I talk too much. But that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.